Hi, I'm Rachel Ann, and today I am going over my May budget, recapping everything that I spent in the month of May and everything that went through my budget. If you don't already know, I am on a journey to get out of my student loan debt and lose some weight along the way, so those things go hand in hand, most definitely. And so if either of those journeys interest you, please go ahead and click that red subscribe button down below. There's my cute little Lucy. I love her. Okay, so today I am going over my May budget recap, and I get really excited about recapping my budgets because I like to tell you how much I'm putting towards debt. Well, let's start off with the notes. If you did not catch my June budget setup, where I set up my bare bones budget for the month of June, I may not have a job come August. So I actually currently don't have a job, but I do get paid through the summer. I am a teacher, and I have just left my school that I was at currently. I am currently looking for a job, and because I don't have something lined up already, then I have to save all the money that I have just in case I need that money to get me through until I do find a job. Right now, I'm just holding on to everything. So at the end, I will tell you how much money I am putting towards savings, and then that money will eventually go to debt. So to just go ahead and get in on everything, I am going to go over everything that I spent this month, or at least everything that went through my budget. So I gave $120 to my church. I do about $30 a week. I am going to go over my savings at the end, and that's why it's blocked out for right now. I put $273.66 to my Nelnet undergrad degree. My parents are paying for that degree, but I am living at home with my parents right now while I am trying to get out of debt and save up to move out on my own. And my rent here is about that much, and my parents give me the difference on that. My graduate loan payment, my minimum payment is $110.24, and then I did not make an extra student loan payment this month. That makes me incredibly sad, but once I have a job in line and I know my financial future is secure, then I will take all of the savings that I have and put all of that towards debt. I don't add anything to my extra checking account. That is simply just a buffer account so that I can easily access my Capital One 360 accounts, my savings accounts, because otherwise I would have to transfer it to my other bank accounts, and then that takes a few days, where having my checking account, I can access my savings accounts like right away. I highly recommend the Capital One 360 checking and savings accounts. The savings accounts have like a 1% interest rate, and that is one of the higher interest rates that I did when I was doing my research. And if you sign up for that using my link down below in the description, then you get a free $25 if you meet all the requirements. I think it's only like $100 or something like that if you deposit in the account and keep it open for so long. And then I actually get a free $20, so it's a win-win for both of us. The sinking funds, I put $230.50 towards my sinking funds in the month of May. I paid $5.29 for HP Instant Ink. That is an ink delivery service that I get for my printer that I have here at home. Verizon is $53.11. That was my Verizon bill for the month of May. I actually had about another fill-up left in my budget for gas, and I find this kind of interesting. Gas prices had gone up a little bit, but they stayed pretty consistent throughout the month, so it's pretty interesting to see that, actually. I didn't use as much gas as I thought, because I thought I would be driving more to Churchill Downs than I actually did. Either that or it didn't use as much gas as I thought it would, so I'm going to take that $25, put it towards savings, and once I have a job, I'm going to put it towards debt. So for groceries, I got $22.62 at Walmart. That was for myself. That was to get me through the rest of the month at school, and then I also purchased snacks for my class one last time for $16.54, and I should get reimbursed for that. along with some Mother's Day stuff that I got, and I still haven't gotten that check yet, actually, so I need to look into that. But I actually had $60.84 left over in my budget. I think I wasn't really sure how much money I would be spending, because the month of May is a big income month for me, and I'm also working a lot, so I kind of over budgeted in like all of my categories just to make sure that I had enough money for what I wanted, what I needed, and just to kind of like give myself a little bit more wiggle room, knowing that I'm working more. I like way over budgeted this month, and you will see that as a theme going throughout the rest of the month. I'm not upset about that at all, because that's just more money that I can put away towards savings and hold on to, and then eventually put towards debt. So in my teaching allocation, I even raised that up a little bit in the month of May, because I didn't know if I would be giving my students like an end of the year gift, or if there would be more stuff that I would have to buy for the end of the year, and there just wasn't. There was nothing that I needed. None of the other kindergarten teachers gave their students an end of the year gift, and I didn't want to be the only one, that did that, and then like I didn't want to be the only one not doing that. So I just, since they didn't do it, then I didn't do it. So I ended up not spending any money, and I just used what I had. I didn't have to worry about anything else in the month of May. So I bought some Scholastic books for $49.82, and I still had $50.18 left over in my budget, and I am not upset about that either. For my spending allocation, I went and met up with Wendy Valencia on May 6th, and I spent $9 to park, and it was well worth that $9 to meet up with her. She is amazing, and just a wonderful, nice lady, and I just would love to see her again in person and maybe not be so awkward. I was really awkward. I'm awkward in person. I'm probably awkward on here too, but at least I can edit some of that out, right? Anyway, I also spent 99 cents for Apple iTunes. This is just like extra storage. I think it's well worth the price. I think I can handle $1 a month. That left me $65.01 in my budget. So really, like, I didn't really do hardly anything in the month of May, because I was working and it was the end of the school year, and I was trying to decide whether I was going to stay or leave my current job. And so I just kind of like froze up on doing anything, because I didn't want to spend any money if I wasn't going to have a job. And I was making that decision, and it took weeks to make that decision. It really did. But yeah, because I was trying to come up with a decision, like I just did not spend any money. So I am super proud of myself. Okay, so I did spend a little bit more money when it comes to eating out and restaurants, but that has to do with the fact that I was working a lot more and just being more busy in general. So I spent $7.83 at McDonald's. That was the morning of Derby. I bought myself breakfast and lunch, and that got me through the day, and it only cost me $7.83. I spent $5 at Churchill Downs on the 12th when I worked on that day. I think that was Mother's Day, probably. I spent $4.98 to have coffee out with a friend. I spent $8.50 at Churchill Downs. I got something a little bit more expensive, but it was actually slightly lower in calories, and that was another day that I worked. And then I spent $17 at Fiesta Time. I went out with some coworkers, and this was like after a late night at school, and we went out to eat. So I did spend a lot more in this category, I feel like, but because I did raise it up a little bit, because I knew that I would be eating out more. I still had $16.69 left in my budget. So I'm still staying under budget in every category. I did a really great job. And even if I kept this budget amount at the normal amount, it's normally $40. So I would have only been like $3.31 over if I had kept it at the regular amount. And that's pretty close to my actual budget. So I did a really great job. Then for my weight loss category, this is really for my 5Ks. I do a 5K once a month. That keeps me on track with my weight loss. And it's something fun and encouraging. And it's even something that I'm leaving in my budget going forward, just because I know how motivating it is, and I just know how important my health is, and so that's why I'm leaving it in. But I spent $38 on the Big Run 5K. That is for the month of June. And then I actually raised this budget up because I do need new running shoes. I can definitely tell I need new running shoes. And I had thought that I might be doing the color run in the month of June, and that costs a little bit more money too. But the color run would not allow me to get to work at Churchill Downs on time. So I actually found the Big Run 5K. It's actually on a Wednesday when there is no racing at Churchill Downs. I don't have to worry about getting to work. It's just like an open free day for me. So that was pretty exciting, and plus it was cheaper than the color run. And I mean, I love the color run, and I really, 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 really want to do the color run, but it just was not the wisest decision for me to make. So because I also went kind of on a spending freeze a little bit, I have decided not to get new running shoes at this time. So that leaves me $62 in my budget. I don't think that's enough for running shoes. I don't even know how much running shoes are going to cost, because I've never actually like set out to buy shoes specifically for running. I've always just worn tennis shoes. At this point, like, I feel like I shouldn't, even though I really do need new shoes. Like the heel of my shoe, like the seam is like coming apart. Maybe I could try sewing it or something. So I'm just gonna make do with what I have. But that $62, that's extra money that can go into savings and go towards debt at a later time. So for my sinking funds, I actually spent some money from sinking funds. I got a oil change and new windshield wipers and spent $84.79, and that came out of my car repair and replacement fund. And then I have from my medical sinking fund, I got some sinus medication that didn't even work, and I'm fine now, like I'm good, but still, like, I spent $11 on medicine that didn't even work. I have the hardest time finding good sinus medicine, like whenever my allergies are starting to act up. Like, nothing ever seems to work. So my sinking funds, I spent $96.44 in total from there, and I will show you my sinking funds here in just a little bit. Okay, so my income was really awesome this month. This is always like my favorite part. My job is on a salary, and if I get another teaching job, that will be another salary job. That's just the way the job kind of works. But I was paid $1145.93. I get paid that twice. I base my budget solely on that amount. Anything above and extra that I make, all of that goes towards debt. And then, of course, anything that I don't spend in my budget allocations, all that extra money goes towards debt as well. So I am always trying to get my income up and then keep my budget allocation spending money low. I was paid $1.46 in interest from Capital One, and it's not a lot, but I don't really have that much money in my Capital One 360 accounts. But I'm going to store my money in those accounts so that I can get some extra money while I'm waiting on paying off debt. So it is not at the same rate that my interest is going to be accruing on my student loans. So I do not recommend putting money in savings just to keep money in savings and earn that interest instead of paying off debt. Like, it's more cost effective, definitely, to pay off debt than it is to keep it in savings. But, when your financial future is unsure and you're not 100% certain what's going to happen, it's always best to just kind of hold on to what you have and spend as little as possible so that you can have that for the future just in case you need it. And that is exactly what I'm doing. So my interest will be going up maybe next month. Not next month, but like the month after, because I'll actually put quite a bit of money in savings, and you'll see how much is going into savings. So my snack reimbursement, that was $47.18, and I still have another one of those coming. I haven't gotten it yet. I put a cash deposit in the bank of $500. That was tips from working at Keeneland in April, and then Churchill Downs in May, and then I kept some money back for myself as well, just to have cash to spend on things. There were several things on my list. Like, I really want to get a pedicure, and I was going to use cash to do that, but now I feel like I shouldn't do that, because that'd probably be, I don't know, about $50 or $60 is what I'm estimating it would cost. And like, I just feel like that's too much to spend just on something that I like and enjoy. But it's been so long since I've had a pedicure, and my feet they really, really need it. But yeah, anyway, I kept some money back for that, but I feel like I need to hold on to that money too. So I'm holding on to the money that I have in the bank, but I'm also holding on to all the cash that I have too. So it's just like, it really sucks not having a job lined up, let me tell you. I made some money from Poshmark in the previous month. I kind of like cash out from the previous month. That's how I do Poshmark. So I made $9.10 on there. And then I was paid from Churchill. This is from Derby week. This is like 3 days of work, I think, or 4 days of work, actually. $1,057.07. And then I got a refund from Scholastic in the amount of $15. There were some books that I had ordered, and they didn't send what I ordered, and they just gave me my money back. And then I got my next paycheck from Churchill Downs of $339.41. That was for a couple of days of work, actually, like Mother's Day and another day. So my total income for the month of May was $4,261.08. Like, that is $2,000 more than what I normally bring in. I love it. It's great. I love it. I love making that much money, and that means a lot of money could go towards debt, but alas, it's going into savings. Alright, so here is just the general recap. I gave exactly what I planned to church. I'm going to go over savings here in just a moment. Everything I planned for rent, everything I planned for my graduate loan minimum payment. I had planned on putting $1,100 towards debt, and then anything above and beyond would have gone as well. But I put $0 because all of that is going towards savings. I didn't add anything to my checking fund. I put exactly what I planned for my sinking funds. I guess I could have like cut that back, but I decided to go ahead and put the full amount in because I've started putting that in at the beginning of the month instead of the end of the month like I used to, and so it was already in there, and so I just let it be in there. Then, of course, HP Instant Ink was exactly as planned. Verizon was 6 cents less than planned, which is always good. Gas, I had $24.82 left over. Groceries, $60.84 left over. Teaching, $50.18 left over. And spending, $65.01 left over. And restaurants, $16.69 left over. And then weight loss, $62 left over. So that is quite a bit of money left over from all of those allocations. I am super proud of my lack of spending this month, and I'm also proud of my income for this month. So, what did I put towards debt? Let's go up here. Ta-da! I put $3,212.82 towards my savings. Now, this also includes my Capital One interest that I put into savings as well. So I'd like to just kind of show you where my sinking funds are kind of starting the new month at. So for Progressive, I have $250 in there. Gifts, I have $210 in there. Miscellaneous, that stays where it is. And I was supposed to pay for Amazon Prime in the month of May, and that would have come from there, but I decided to cancel that for now. So, I mean, I haven't ordered anything from Amazon in a really long time, and I don't take advantage of, like, watching stuff on Amazon Prime either. So, since I'm not really using it anyway, and, you know, it's like $125 a year, which isn't really a whole lot, but it's currently saving me $125 at this moment. So, I might add that back into my budget at some point, but right now, I decided not to. So I have $390.21 in my car repairs and replacement, $225 in clothing, $313.35 in medical, $300 for a new laptop, and $225 for family time. The only problem with all of this is that if I don't get a job, I don't want to spend any of this money if I'm not going to have a job, because that money might need to be used to pay for things like gas and pay for, you know, just my daily living and just my minimum payment on my student loans. I need to save that for those things. Another thing to keep in mind with my sinking funds is that I don't like change just hanging out, you know, like this. So when I go into the next month, I actually kind of readjust some things. Actually, right here, I almost forgot. I have $19.23 in my extra change allocation, and that just allows me to like put money in there so that I don't have just change just, rolling around everywhere, because I'm not a huge fan of that. I like round numbers, especially if they end in a 0 or 5. So these amounts will be adjusted going into the new month. That is my budget for the month of May. I would love to know how your May went. If you are paying off debt, did you get to make extra money in the month of May? Did you make an extra snowball payment? Did you make extra money to put towards debt? How did your May do? Did you stay within budget? Did you overspend in areas that you weren't planning on? Just how did you do? Leave me a comment down below and let me know. Also, don't forget to like this video for staying well within budget. I actually need less than $1,000 a month to kind of like keep myself afloat, and I am able to put into savings 3 extra months to find myself a job, and then I have 2 more months of my full income coming in, and then that gives me a few more months to find a job. So hopefully it doesn't take that long, but that's just kind of where I am at right now. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you are not already. That's all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.